Urban Gameplay, bringing you the most explosive gaming review on the planet.
Yo, what's good, peeps? It's time for another Urban Gameplay review, and we're going to take a closer look at LEGO Marvel's Avengers. It's been close to a week since this game's been released, but I've had the chance to put a shift in already and would like to give my personal opinion and thoughts about whether the game is worth buying or not. Like most of the reviews that I do on the channel, I try not to add any spoilers in there so you guys get the opportunity to kind of experience the game as it is for yourself and obviously form your own opinions, but I do try and at least let you guys know what I personally think. I've been a major fan of most of the LEGO games that's dropped in the past and was really excited to learn when they was announcing that the Marvel Avengers version was dropping, and after seeing some of the trailers and gameplay footage prior to the release, it definitely got me in high anticipation. Yo, one thing I will say, LEGO Marvel Avengers is a culmination of the entire Marvel universe in a LEGO form that we've kind of always wanted in a game, and rest assured peeps, this is by far one of the most exciting titles that you can play in the month of February 2016. For those who watch my top 5 games of January 2016, you know where I place this game, but anyway peeps, let's get straight into it and review LEGO's Marvel Avengers.
Story.
Yo, the story here is simple. It features on showing the story from the first 2 Avenger movies in a LEGO form, so you will be able to engage in battle both Loki and Ultron, but at the same time we do get the fun feel of the LEGO world that makes the gameplay so funny and exciting. While I found the story of the game pretty decent, it did have great moments, but I was slightly confused throughout at times as the plot tends to jump between scenes from the Avengers Age of Ultron, Captain America the First Avenger, Iron Man 3, Thor the Dark World, and Captain America the Winter Soldier. On a level, this is by no means a deal breaker, but it does make it hard to keep up from time to time, but the story on a whole is pretty decent.
Gameplay.
Yo, moving into the gameplay, right off the bat, you need to know that there's around 200 playable characters, which I think is really superb. They maintain the ones from LEGO Marvel and added some new ones, so there really is a lot of variety to be had here, and the experience is well worth it because you can easily customize and use countless capabilities at all times. Every one of the 2 characters that you can use in the game have their own team-up capabilities, so the more you play, the more team-up moves you can find, which to me is always exciting and a ton of fun, that's for sure. Missions are similar to pretty much any other of the LEGO games out there because you need to complete objectives, solve puzzles, and all the other cool stuff that you would expect from a game like this. There are lots of cool action sequences in LEGO form, a great progression system that you even have to explore the environment in order to find solutions to a variety of threats. The game does a great job when it comes to making the experience really fun and exciting, so you should totally keep that in mind. Most of the game takes place in New York, but you do have the ability to visit other locations as you did in the movie, such as South Africa, Malibu, Asgard and the Helicarrier, and many others. All of these combined maintain a truthfulness to the entire story told in the movies and do a great job when it comes to immersing you into the game at all times. When it comes to the diversity of missions, it's really nice to see that you do have a variety of things to do here, and the more you play, the more challenges you can find throughout the game. The main story is actually a small portion of the entire experience, as the gameplay does rely to a lot more than that, which means that you're bound to find lots of action-packed moments throughout the game. In terms of graphic, the game is an improvement over the previous Marvel game in the LEGO format, and it looks great considering its premise. In addition, you do have plenty of cool gameplay mechanics, animations are very good, and the experience is a ton of fun as a whole since you do get that LEGO fun you love.
Positives.
Moving into some of the positives, there's well over 100 characters to play with, which I think is superb, and it really shows how many hours this game has in terms of replay value. I personally found the missions to be really interesting, which definitely kept me on my toes. Personally, I found a really nice touch to the game was the fact that the levels were based on the Marvel movies, which I thought was really superb. As a Marvel fan, you can really appreciate what the makers did to the game here.
Negatives.
Moving into some of the negatives, the team-up moves can be confusing at times, which was annoying as I really wanted to utilize this feature. I may even need to put more hours into playing this game to get used to it, but it did frustrate me getting used to this feature. Another slight issue that kind of annoyed me was the camera angle. It did really take me a little while to get used to it, and I found that it kind of caused me to die from time to time, which was really annoying. Finally, there was a few small glitches that I came across from time to time, but wasn't really anything major to ruin the fun of the game.
Final verdict.
Yo peeps, it's that time for the final verdict on whether LEGO Marvel Avengers is worth buying or leaving on the shelf. But as always, before I give my final view, let's take a look at some of the big gaming sites to see what they rated LEGO's Marvel Avengers. IGN came in with a rating score of 6.7 out of 10, stating that the missions are not co-op friendly and the inconsistent plot was not great. GameSpot scored a 7 out of 10, stating that LEGO Marvel Avengers has a huge list of characters to choose from and it's great fun. For me, on the whole, LEGO Marvel Avengers is a ton of fun, especially if you have the opportunity to play with friends in multiplayer, as it can really bring a new grounds when it comes to the overall user experience that you can obtain. I suppose the $1 million question is the game worth buying? I personally would say yes. If you're a Marvel's fan or you're a fan of the LEGO games prior to this, you'll definitely find a lot of entertainment here. However, if you're not a fan of the LEGO games or the Marvel movies, then this might be a tricky one for you, because it might become frustrating whilst trying to get into the game and even understand what the story's about. I would say that the game falls rather short of being an outstanding title, but it's still really fun to play. Anyway peeps, thanks for taking the time out to sit through yet again another urban gameplay review where we looked at LEGO Marvel Avengers. Definitely hit the like button if you enjoyed the content. Let me know in the comments below if you've had the opportunity to play the game yet and what's your thoughts of the game. Are you a fan of the LEGO series like me? And until next urban gameplay, we definitely say peace out peeps.
Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for more cool urban gameplay videos.